In this video, I'm going to teach you two tricks, milk the cow and cattle crossing, and they're very similar. With both tricks, all you're really doing is hop the fence with two hands. This is milk the cow. And for cattle crossing, all you're going to do is take the yo-yos and cross the strings just like this. And really, if you've seen the tricks, you kind of already understand what to do, but I'll give you a couple of tips that will make the trick a little bit easier to learn. If you have already been learning your two-handed looping tricks, then the lessons you've learned from that apply here. So just like with two-handed looping, it might be a little bit easier to start with two yo-yos at the same time, but eventually you want to alternate them. The same thing is true when you do milk the cow. So it might be easier for you to start with two at a time, but eventually you really just want to get into alternating them because this is how the trick is properly done. Now to get into cattle crossing, what you're actually going to do is you're going to angle the yo-yos in just like this. And what that'll allow you to do is to cross the strings just like you saw. And so you want to make sure that you've got the alternating loops down really well before you start trying this. And you also want to make sure that you've got the angled loop down pretty well too, because that can be actually pretty challenging to learn and to do really well. But once you've got that, you're ready to do cattle crossing. And actually what I like to do is instead of just going right into it, even though you can, I usually start with milk the cow, and that allows me to get the yo-yos under control a little bit, and then I can start slowly easing them in so that I can cross them just like this. You want to make sure that your hands are actually close enough together so that when you're doing the trick, the strings actually do cross. Otherwise, if they're too far apart, then it won't look like the strings are crossing and it'll just look like milk the cow. But anyway, once you get it, just keep working on it. Again, like I said, that angled loop can be pretty challenging to learn, but after you get over that, they're pretty great tricks, and it's a good addition to your two-handed yo-yoing. That's milk the cow and cattle crossing.